Gotta be cleaned. We got a cleaner.
Oh my gosh.
How are you feeling?
I'm so tired.
Yeah.
So tired. I have children. I don't know about you. You know,
I've dabbled.
living the life over there.
I've dabbled in kids.
Yeah, there's only one dink here now.
Yeah.
Also, don't say you.
Yeah, that's
That's a weird
Fix what-
hindsight.
Fix what you just.
All right, we're gonna end the stream. We're gonna go back live. And I have dabbled in having children.
There we go. That's
Very
Very
succeeded.
and
and thank you.
We're
Okay,
good.
that's the stream. Thank you guys
All
for
right.
showing up.
This is the firing pin somehow. This is what the firing pin live. It used to be about guns. It used to be about
Fitness,
all sorts of cool stuff. Preserving ammo, all of it.
We still do try to preserve ammo pretty hard.
None of us are in fitness.
there's only one company for that
Fitness
though.
beer in my belly.
Fitness.
Whoa! What? One more time.
Arms Preservation Inc. Thank you so much for sponsoring this.
That was a good. That just slid right together.
Slid right in, dude.
That was nice. If you were going on an expedition, would you put your beer in an API bag? Because like if the beer breaks, at least you could still like it would be okay.
I just dump it right in.
Yeah. Oh, that's smart.
Little straw.
I think it's called an adult Kool-Aid. Where's my straw?
That's very nice. Very nice. Yeah.
Fuck the Camelback. I want to be preserved.
Just an API bag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want the
Smart.
preserving.
Just unzip it a little bit and just.
This is a good. We never asked. Are those? They have to be.
Food safe?
I was gonna say dishwasher safe.
Dishwasher, I'm not sure.
Mm.
Yeah.
Would that somehow like get rid of?
With that,
the
that's what I'm.
I think that would probably melt because the
Vapor.
dishwasher gets hot.
corrosion. They gotta have a pretty good temperature range, though. I would think.
I don't think you put your hot guns in it.
I guess I know what we're doing.
API.
once,
We
like,
know
the
you're.
world
We
goes
know
up.
you're watching.
Plumbing in
I'm-
a dishwasher.
Not that you would really
I'll talk to
need to
Triple
wash
O
them,
tomorrow.
but I mean, it could get dirty.
We're just gonna put dishwasher in here specifically.
It's like in the middle of the floor.
You could get no. You've
Ronnie,
never,
I need you to cut a hole right here. Like
you've never seen any of the little like personal dishwashers for like
Yeah.
for studio apartments.
For the bottles.
Oh, that would be really good.
So many bottles.
Friends just got rid of one. I should have known to get
Dude,
that for you.
So many bottles.
They gave that away for free
Really?
on the Buy Nothing group for Farmington. Yeah, dude, the Buy Nothing group for Victor and Farmington. Those people do not give a crap about anything.
That's a Facebook group?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit that up.
Well, you have to be a member of. You need to pay taxes in Farmington or Victor.
I pay taxes in New York State. You're gonna discriminate against my taxes?
They are. It's Victor and Farmington. They're
I
gonna
just
just.
figure Farmington, they're definitely gonna discriminate against. Ugh.
Hi, Marianne. Thanks for joining us. As always, just trying to, just make get in a respectful mindset. I guess Marianne's here. Okay. Talking about free stuff from strangers.
I mean, that's
That's
the best.
awesome.
Yeah, best kind.
I grew up not
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
You know what else is free?
get
Yeah,
free
they're
stuff
hippies.
from rich people. And...
Working out.
I mean,
well,
No, if we're
it
gonna
can
free
be
I mean,
with a monthly payment of.
the monthly payment.
with like how good
Speak
it
really
is for
fast.
your body.
Hold on, I
Yeah, tell him Josiah sent you from the firing pin.
Here's a card. It
Here's
probably
some free
won't work.
weights. Just give you the garbage. to take out.
Everything is free if you just leave with it.
We need to do a Nathan for You style like campaign to help both of our sponsors. We just need to come up with like the most ridiculous like your business, like not even asking them if they need help, but just like your business is broken. We're gonna help you in just the most ridiculous.
Go to
way.
Amazon or something.
Yeah.
Just be like, I have proposition.
We're gonna put a McDonald's behind Beyond Driven. There's one in front of it. We put one- just like some ridiculous. I don't know. We'll workshop it.
I think we are
Jim's
right now.
Seen him the past couple days here at the shop.
Yeah.
Jim has been
old-
slinging
Jim's
the,
been
the Christmas
giving out
presents
some
for
toys.
the kids. Yeah.
Man. Like shout out to Jim.
For the
helping
kids,
with
we need to
kids.
plug that.
For
too.
those of
I
you,
already
for
did.
those of you that don't know,
In the past 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You didn't
Seagate.
talk about CJ Country while we've been live. Don't gaslight me.
How big of a hit did you get, man?
Don't gaslight me. I've had that propane heater running for a while in
Boy,
here.
weed
indoors.
is a memory loss
I've
drug.
had-
How much weed did you smoke?
I've had that propane heater running a long time indoors with no ventilation.
Oh, that's
You
why.
don't gaslight me. That thing can gas me.
that thing gaslights me.
Rand says he's going to use that free with a monthly payment.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I was I can't even I was just at the barber shop today, and I don't know how the topic of a certain thing like got brought up, and I was like, you should just use that. It's a monthly payment. Like you could be on the chair just enjoying some extra services. It's a silicone.
No, I have
thing.
no idea.
Yeah.
This is a family stream. Again, hello, Marianne.
Oh, my grandma's deaf. She definitely knows what that is.
Oh my god.
So anyway, CJ Country dropped off a bucket
So anyways,
for,
about the kids.
for Christmas time.
Don't talk about kids directly after that conversation.
Toys for Tots. It's not Toys for Tots. What does CJ call?
Don't. I think that's the competitor.
I don't. That's like the
Ooh.
Marine.
Ooh.
Is it Toys for Tots for the Marine?
Who does Toys
Yeah.
for Tots?
That's the
Marines?
Yeah, the Marines.
Your dad does that?
He wasn't that kind of Marine.
He took the toy.
He wasn't.
The fucking asshole. Your
Anywho,
dad. I love it.
if anyone
Your
wants
dad
to
should be
donate
getting
to the
toys for
show,
kids.
I'm just going to talk about this, and you
You're
guys
just gonna
can
we'll just
continue your
lower
conversation.
them.
Yeah.
I'll do something over here.
Yes.
Can't do anything. CJ Country, the toy box for the kids.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's for the kids.
It's
We did put a post out not long ago.
We did.
Jeremiah's here. I haven't
Where?
seen him in a while.
Don't está.
Like 3 days. Maybe 4. How
Yeah.
you been?
How,
Is that the last
how
time you
have
saw
you
him?
been?
I feel like I've seen him in the last couple weeks.
He said 3 days.
I said like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah. and he-
Definitely
he
longer
threw-
ago.
he 3 weeks.
Longer than that for me, at least.
Wow.
Oh, well. If it was a competition, Brandon won.
I thought we were friends, Jeremiah.
I thought.
He's
I
got a
cleaned
life.
up. I cleaned up the studio a little bit and you just put your back.
Dude,
in
it's-
front of the American flag. Come on, have some respect.
dusty.
It's an active work zone still. All right.
I wish you
We're
guys can
getting
see
there.
the dust.
Okay. We're getting there. Yeah, I feel so bad. Like don't stop it. I feel so bad. The equipment over there is so dusty. It's good for electronics, right?
Yeah, just
It like seals in the electronics.
literally just like a layer of dust.
just like
We should be putting everything in an API bag.
It really wouldn't be a bad
Actually, that's not a yeah.
how Brian's little tent is over here.
Mhm.
We should probably enclose the producing booth and at least leave this open. Maybe
Just
put it,
take Brian's tent.
yeah,
Just kick all that shit out of it. We'll do it live right now on stream.
which really lots of bad segues, but we are up and running with Cerakoting. So
Yeah.
if it doesn't have to be a firearm, if you're looking to Cerakote something, we were
Dumbbells.
talking about weights and stuff. Exactly.
He pulled off some really cool projects lately, and I'm gonna fail coat. He
Yeah,
posted
he
them.
posted them to their website, right? Yeah, because you can. I've got one coming up. He's gonna do one of mine. He's gonna do the like
Find
cams,
an applicator
but it's gonna be a tiger stripe.
block. I'll tell you my location. I don't need you to search for it and find me. Oh,
I saw an article today that anybody that plays Pokemon Go, the company that does that, Niantic or whatever, has been. I don't quite understand what they're doing with it, but you've been basically inadvertently helping their artificial intelligence, like, just make an Earth.
Yeah, it's
fun.
it's,
Like,
because
it's just wild.
it's mapping for
Yeah,
them.
like you're just mapping AI. It's freaky.
I would like to see how much like does it look like the Death Star 2, where it's like sort of looks like an Earth, but
Where's the,
broken
where's
up.
its butthole?
why?
The Death Star had one.
No,
That was the weakness. Are you telling? I have seen Star Wars. Where do they fly in?
to the butthole.
The exhaust port? Is that what you're gonna say?
No. The cloaca.
Cloaca. How's that better? It's one of my favorite words to say.
Shout out to Jayhawk.
Shout out to Hawkman. Speaking of cloacas, how is Josh?
That's a terrible.
Please tell me you have a question. What's a cloaca?
What's a cloaca? Yeah, 'cause somebody asked that in the chat, so we got Brandon explain it.
You got a piece of paper?
Did you find a brand? Did you post a?
No.
Anyways,
So that was all
we
for
have,
nothing.
yeah,
That
we
was-
have Cerakoting up and running.
good practice,
Brian
though.
has been doing an absolute killer job. Someone wanted a Robin's Egg Blue and stainless slide pistol, like you would see from pretty much every major gun company now is doing that kind of breakdown. And they were out of stock, and he said, "All right, I can do that." And it straight up looked like it came right from the factory like that. It looked absolutely perfect.
He's got a great eye for.
I'm not one for.
art.
Yeah, there
He's
is
artistic.
people got.
We gotta hit that R.
Yeah, that is where you want to drop.
People
one of
got it.
those.
People got the Tistigum, and he's gifted with it for sure. So yeah,
Really pegs the needle on the,
A lot of things.
on the spectrum. Jeremiah, you know you're fine.
I'm just
You're fine.
I'm just joshing.
We are here for you anytime.
he's not though. He's fucking livid.
I'm pissed.
Look,
I
how,
thought
re-
we were
look how
friends.
ready he is. Brandon, update building now.
Yes.
So we've
Hi,
got all of
Diane.
our subcontractors working hard, getting stuff done. Triple O's been in here, killing it.
He's ahead of the
Churchville
curve.
Electric has been in here, hooking up stuff and getting power everywhere. Doug the welder, famous. Literally, you dropped that. You just dropped like Doug the welder. That's all you got to say.
Oh,
And,
shit.
there's-
I'd
yeah,
rather
people
watch.
know.
I'd rather watch that kids television show than Bob the Builder.
He was on there.
Doug the
I like watching Doug Weld. It's just
He
It's
started
so
today.
bright.
We've
It's so
got
fun.
one section of railing up.
Looking great. Getting safer and
So-
safer every day.
That's pretty cool. And yeah, we're cruising right along. I'm thinking
at least soft opening.
soon.
At least
Yeah.
soft opening first of the year.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have
Hopefully.
people. We'll have people in here in January. Might
You
be
think?
January 31st? But yeah. There's still. I've said it the last probably couple of months. There's still just so much out of our control.
It's a leap
Like,
year, right?
We have to
Should be
get.
fine.
We have to get
Is it?
January 56th. We have to get water across the road, and so that involves the DOT, who are awesome and amazing. If you're
bureaucrats,
watching, we love you. Yeah.
Sponsor us.
And then we have to also work with Monroe County Water Authority, who those people have both actually been very nice to work with. Like everyone we've actually
Just in case you're
worked
watching.
with. It's the system that's wrong. It's not them. Yeah. Greg, you're awesome. And yeah, and then, as if we weren't busy enough, I don't know if you want to bring up what Jeremiah commented. As if we
Yeah, I
weren't
wanted
busy enough.
to.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so I want to paint a picture for you guys. I had a baby. Tomorrow will be 2 months ago. Drawing, yeah. I personally had the baby. 2 months tomorrow.
Oh,
I spend a month off just to get to know my baby, get used to things. I'm
cloud
tired.
over here. Little cloud over here.
I get back to work that Monday, and Brandon goes, "Hey, guess what? January 18th and 19th, we're going to host another class at the Kodak Center.
Lightning bolt.
We've done nothing for it."
Fuck. Lightning
Yeah.
bolt.
So yeah, we're doing another
Oh.
class at the Kodak Center, and
We're so ready.
yeah,
We're so prepared.
Yeah.
last time we had
No,
1,000 people.
It'll
over.
be a good time.
It's going to be great.
It'll be a good time.
If you have got someone that you know that's been waiting to get their permit, the classes are expensive. It's sometimes hard to get in.
Ridiculous.
Even if you just want, like, this is just good in general.
Yeah,
Like as
The
a
training is
as a
great.
refresher and just a refresher.
we're gonna run it kind of the same way we ran it last time, except it's a
But better.
2-day event. Yeah,
Yeah.
We changed up. We learned a lot of things. I mean, nobody had really done a class like that around here.
Literally
that we
over
know
1,000
of.
students.
Yeah. So day one is a lot of the laws, interacting with law enforcement, do's and don'ts of concealed carrying, kind of like refuse to be a victim type of stuff.
Stop the bleed, right?
There's going to be some stop the bleed information. I want to incorporate a full stop the bleed. That might be in day 2, just because it's more hands-on type stuff. But that would be a great day, even if you already have your permit. It's kind of the same. I hate to say clickbait deal that we had before.
Could be also twofold in a way where
But
you can
it's-
get kind of different certificates.
It's a free day of firearms training. We're just asking for you to buy lunch so that we know you're coming.
Are we
That's
still
that's the deal for day one.
okay? So for
If
day
you-
one,
if you want to just show up, like say you already have your permit, you're not interested in getting your permit, or you don't know if you want to get your permit, show up on day one, $15. You're going to get 8 hours, 9 hours of great firearms training. be with a lot of like-minded people. You're gonna have a lot of fun, and you're gonna learn something. $15. You're gonna get lunch. You're gonna be at the Kodak Center. It's gonna be cool, right? And that information that you're getting is gonna count towards getting your permit. So, like I said, maybe you're not sure if you want to get it. Well, you've got half the class done. Go home and think about it for 3 or 4 months. Catch up with us later. Finish the class.
Right.
If you know you want to get your permit and you haven't been able to afford it because it's expensive, or the class dates haven't lined up, or they've filled up on you, we're doing the full class for $149. So that's definitely the cheapest you're going to find it anywhere around. And we're going to do both days, like he said, 18th and 19th. You're going to do basically everything except for the shooting qualification at the Kodak Center. So it's going to be fun.
So for day one, you just have to pay $15 and show up.
Or you pay $149 and you can come to both days for that price.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're still figuring this out.
Yeah, a little bit. There's going to be a ChargeBee link where you could pay like $50 a month for 3 months too, if you want to do it that way.
Yeah.
We hate that the state has placed this barrier. Like, we all agree, training is great.
Yeah.
You
You
have a
should
responsibility.
train.
If you carry a firearm, you need to take some training. But putting this essentially a poll tax ahead of a right, like if you had to pay to get a license to vote, that would be ridiculous. Like, and take a test, take an 18-hour course,
Yeah.
that would be absolutely ridiculous. And it's been struck down. It's been tried before. Or any other right. Publish it. You want to publish this live stream, we have to get a license and pay a fee and go through a background check and all that kind
You're
of stuff.
telling me I need a license to carry a gun, but not to vote?
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's the world we live in. It's the world we live in. So we kind of wanted to fight that by just offering this at the lowest price. We're running out the entire Kodak Center. We got to buy lunch. There's a lot of expenses. We've got instructors. We've got to buy like a couple hundred airsoft guns.
Yeah, we got to buy
whatever-
some stuff.
Whatever training aids we're going to need. So,
Dude, you know how hard it has been to find that toy? Nobody makes it. It's just exists.
You know
it's
why?
not a toy. It's a training aid.
Yeah.
It's a realistic training aid. Okay.
I think they did that on purpose.
Rand
though.
says that they went to the first one, and it was fantastic. And I agree. That was a historic, that was amazing.
Rochester history that nobody will talk about except for the firearm community.
For real. Yeah, that was just nuts to fill
Where's
that
that?
room.
Where's that Netflix documentary?
I'm working on it. Let me finish the
Footage
class
is banned.
first.
Footage is banned.
Yeah, footage is banned.
Careful.
Don't you dare fucking say
Careful, SpongeBob.
God damn it! I'm gonna take out the stream.
Now you're done. Overlay that.
The
Oh.
center.
The center.
The-
The
my
center
gosh.
of the
We
Rochester.
actually want to
community.
host this class, okay? Lori is a huge fan of our show.
She was great.
She is. They're
What
all
was the other
amazing
guy's
together.
name? The
Bob.
other Bob.
And Mike.
Mike. Yeah.
They're all
Bob was
watching
great.
right
Yeah.
now. They're so embarrassed.
B&M.
I liked hanging out with Bob. He was a good guy.
We had a nice little Zoom, it was just a phone call, but I'm assuming they were all together in a conference room, chill. They're just in the auditorium, just they had, me up on the giant projector screen.
Wish
They're
I
not-
could have been invited.
I forgot about it until she called me.
Yeah. Typical Brandon.
Typical. Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun way to live.
Yeah,
It's fun.
it's fun to be
fun.
behind that.
It's a fun way. It's a fun way. You should try it.
Oh, I lived through it.
Oh, you guys kill me. So what's going on in the store? Any deals?
Till the end of the month of December, Walther, any PDP you purchase, does not matter which one it is, as long as it is a PDP series, you will get a free CNH Precision Red Dot. That is a rebate. That's not through us. That's through Walther themselves. So as long as your serial number and everything matches up on a receipt that is dated before the 31st of December, you get a free CNH Precision Red Dot.
If you're not
What's one of
considering
those
that
go for?
deal,
A couple $100.
you're wrong.
250 to 300. I
That's
was
awesome.
retail wise. I was looking at. I think you get your choice, which is even cooler. I don't think they just give you one. I think you get a choice of their 3 options that CNH has right now, which is an enclosed, a duty, which they consider an RMR, and then their EDC, which is of course the little tiny one.
That's pretty cool. They started making mounts and stuff, right? CNH, isn't that what
They
they're,
started as a
known
plate
for?
company, as a
Yeah.
red dot plate, and they said, "Why don't we just make
Sure.
said red dot?"
Which that I usually like when that's the path the company takes. Like, all right, we're gonna make one specific niche part,
Mhm.
and then it's like, oh, but the part that we're making interacts with everybody else's shitty parts, and that's like our part is good, but we're getting complaints because of others'
Mhm.
shittiness. So we're gonna. I remember the founder of ASP was like that with his batteries. That's why ASP, like the flashlights and everything, and the batons, they were selling flashlights to cops, and then they would have these problems. They'd be like, "Well, what batteries did you put in it?" And they were like, "Oh, these cheap like Chinese knockoff ones or whatever." And they're like, "Well, yeah, that's why." Like, and so then he like,
Which that's a good point. This
Yeah.
the CR123 type battery, which is found in most EDC weapon lights. ASP makes hands down the best battery. Surefire has a couple branded ones that are good, but I've been in some extreme weather,
Mhm.
and they normally in the cold they'll zap right out. It was impressive.
the
That's
ASP ones.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
ASP. When I went on my bear hunt and I had
Mhm.
a chest rig, it was snowing out, and I had Surefire in one. Battery was dead. My weapon light on my pistol was perfect.
Nice.
So, shout out to you, ASP. We know you're watching.
Mhm.
Other deals right now, there's a lot of rebates. There's a lot of companies doing deals too. I think they were expecting the vote, which I was harping a lot on voting. I know you guys went out and voted, so it does make a difference. Fun fact.
Brandon's boy won.
Okay.
BBW. There are a lot of rebates going on. So if you have
Sorry.
bought something in the past, within the past couple of months, or if you're looking to buy something now, just type in the manufacturer that you like and type in rebate right after that. I guarantee you there's a rebate for it.
You know whose rebates I miss? And you're gonna know.
Ruger 4R, baby.
Dude, okay, that's not what I was thinking, but 4R was amazing.
Daniel Defense Pelican
Daniel
cases.
Defense. I miss Daniel's rebates. They're used too much.
They got too big for the britches. That's why they're not doing rebates
big.
anymore. Company usually does rebates when they have an influx of product that they need to get out quickly.
Oh, their products get out.
Smith & Wesson right now is running rebates right now for Visa gift cards. So any of their
That's so weird.
it is strange.
State police buyback.
Any-
Like, what?
Any of their
What?
wheel guns, so they're J all the way up to N frames, you do
Please.
it's $50, $75, and $100. So that's money back. That's something that you can use for ammunition. You can pay for training, holsters, whatnot. Rock and roll with that.
Did we talk about the 4R program on here?
No, do we need to?
No. Okay.
Well, now
It's
they
gone.
know.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
it's coming back.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
No, I
love
just wanted to
Ruger.
see
They're
your
so
face.
great.
I just
Do
want
that
to see your face.
Ruger's amazing.
Ruger can't do that anymore. They have to support Marlin now. Which okay,
Come on,
so
you.
speaking of that, I found someone transferred in the partner single shot shotguns.
Mhm.
The receiver was from Ilion, New York, and the serial number was definitely a Remington-esque serial number with that QR code. And doing some research for a very, 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 like we're talking less than a year blip, they were making H&R partner single shots at the Ilion factory.
That's cool.
That's crazy.
So that's like a cool little fun fact if you
Yeah.
want to like go on a hunt for it. I thought it was sweet because I'm like, oh,
I'll give you $20.
because they're all like what Chicopee, Massachusetts or something like that. I feel like was the H&Rs or Harrington Richardson,
Sounds right.
wherever they're based out of. But yeah, we're digressing. There's a lot of rebates out there. SIG right now was having their regulator rebate with a 365. They are not doing that anymore because it's the end of October was when they were doing it till. I think there's like a little grace period. So if you got one, you can still do it. But I don't think they're really
I think
doing
the
it.
purchase had to be between.
It was like,
those
now,
dates,
yeah.
but you haven't.
I think they were saying like maybe like November 10th or something stupid like
Give
that.
us
but-
$100. We'll make some numbers work.
yeah, that too.
No.
Sig, we're kidding. I know you're watching.
Sour is Sig's not. Sig's in bed. Permanent. Any cool?
So did he give his wife the company? Like,
Oh, his daughter, I thought.
is it his daughter?
I'm pretty sure his daughter's running it. His wife does the horses. His daughter does.
That was
I'm
my.
sure she
Yeah.
does.
That was my question.
If you look back at our
Bro,
videos,
I think that's one of my favorite
Who gets
streams
the
where we
horse-
just talked about horse
horse-
cum
horse
for like
loads?
the entire stream. That was
we
great.
had a horse guest.
We had a-
in the
if you didn't know, now you know that Glock
Sells
not only
horse
makes
cum.
really good pistols, if you need really good horse cum.
Like,
And their watches. Their
watches are
I'm a
cool.
huge watch nut, and their watches are fantastic. I have one.
I could see you make guns, make all sorts of fancy stuff for the
I
military.
mean, what Austria is pretty
So
close
then
to
you
Switzerland, so you
get-
get the Swiss kind of
like,
idea.
You get like
Sneeze
what
on
do,
it.
what do rich people get into is horses and so
Watches.
ejaculation.
the
from
horse cum
horses.
thing makes sense, and then it's like
It's funny how like we resort to Glock as like the Honda Civic, but really it's just a superior.
then you've got so many horses to manage.
You need to know the
You need to
time
know
of
what
when.
time it is.
Okay,
Yeah,
there you
you
go.
can see it. Yeah, it's
And this is
And when
part
a
two.
horse gets a
of-
little too,
do they circumcise horses?
buck wild. You gotta,
Jeremiah needs to know.
do they circumcise
Does
horses?
Glock makes
I
foreskins?
think that's how they get balaclavas, right?
Just trying to picture the size of a horse.
John says that his
It's
R1
big.
frame was made locally. So
The-
that's
yeah.
Great firearm.
R1.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the
There's
backside.
a lot of, and there are still a lot of firearms being made in New York, whether you know it or not. A lot of machine shops doing like parts and stuff like that.
Mhm.
If you take a look at some of your older Savages, like your Savage single shots, a lot of them will say Utica, New York, which is really, really cool. That factory has since been, I believe, burnt down, which is super sad. Batavia, right down the road, used to make what is probably one of the coolest side-by-side shotguns. That is the Batavia Baker Company.
Yeah, very cool.
That's
And cluster
super-
bombs.
cluster bombs
Used to make
and
cluster bombs.
the D rings to Humvees, so you could pull them out of
Yeah.
muck and all of the nastiness.
It's over where I think it's called Strong Forge, right? now?
Where that standalone pizza place
Yeah.
is. Yep.
Yeah.
Just Rochester in general is cool, man. Like,
Talk about Batavia, but yeah, Rochester is sweet.
Yeah, we had
People don't really seem to realize how big like the religious revival was in Rochester too. Like Martin Luther went to college right in Highland Park.
it's crazy.
Or there's the chapel church, which is
live right next to it.
a big Bible. Yeah, my cousin got married there, and I was
Really?
walking around. It was just cool to like. There's pictures of like it's fascinating to know how much history we have, and how much like granted we take for it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Rochester was definitely a target during.
It
the
still
wars.
is.
Like,
It really still is. Well, there's the don't you have, or you were looking at getting the Russian like maps that they were like
I did get a
During-
Russian
during the
map
Cold
of
War?
it was all innocent, but it was just like
I thought it was like
our region,
like
but it was
actual
all,
hit.
in Russian.
yeah.
You know.
Well, there was the big catastrophe during World War II, right in Fairport, right in your lady's neck of the woods.
Yeah.
The fireworks factory that wasn't actually fireworks. They were straight up no they were making flares and actually saved a bunch of people. It's if you read the plaque, it's super fascinating. And then a bunch of people ended up perishing.
Also, speaking of cool military history, I think the Hawkeye plant is getting auctioned.
Really?
Yeah,
we're gonna buy it.
it's
Wait,
only a few, probably
again?
5 million.
What, has it?
Yeah, so that thing was auctioned, say 5 years ago. Company bought it, then they went under, and then somebody else bought it. A Chinese company, I want to say.
Hmm.
They had a huge grow operation that they
Yeah.
were doing in
Mhm.
there,
I
and
heard
then
that
they
was
went
continuing
under.
now.
I don't know if they got shut down. Who knows what that is?
I guess the Chinese own a
Um,
lot of weed farms in America.
I believe it.
They know what's up.
The opium trade, baby. You guys want to start something like want to start a rumor? Legestry makes MREs.
What?
I mean, is that a rumor?
No, it's legit.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I don't think that's a rumor.
Tony
That's-
asks this, and this would be a good segue.
Yeah.
leading into some future
Oh,
stream.
like Tony.
Tony.
Just
Weren't
for
a lot of
carbine?
the M1 carbines
No.
made in Rochester
Yes.
in World War II?
U.S. postal meter, like straight up.
Yeah.
Actually, which that's a good. So going into that, if you go, I don't know the exact side street, but I can point it out to you on a map. Off of University Ave, if you go and there's a place called the Lucky Flea they have every weekend in the summertime, in the parking lot, which is a huge like kind of co-op setup. There is a
Don't wear
building.
shirts.
There's a building that is a Rochester U.S. Military Museum. So if you go in there, it'll break down what building this factory was in, what they did, and how they help the war effort. And they have broken down from Garands to carbines to straight up hand grenades. Kodak made hand grenades.
Yeah.
They made a baseball hand grenade
So cool.
because that was the American, every boy knew how to throw a baseball. So that, but it was an impact grenade. And these boys, because it's an impact grenade, it has to strike something in order to go off. So a lot of the guys were throwing them too hard and that thought I hit something and may or may not have been removing limbs from said people. But that is a super good question because you can go look at that yourself right in Rochester off of University Ave. I believe it's straight up just called the Rochester Military Museum, RMM for those that don't.
And like it's right next to the gatehouse, right?
No, it's so okay. Yes, yeah, it is. So
Stop there at
across
lunch.
from the wine bar,
Yeah.
the new wine bar that just went in, the Kodak, not the Jesus, talk about Kodak, the apartment building with the wine bar on the bottom, right next to Selena's. Rochester, I think it's Rochester Military Museum. I don't think it has.
Military History Society of Rochester.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I've been there a bunch
should
of
do
times.
more
It's
with them.
super, super cool.
But yeah, like go to the gatehouse after. It's delicious. It's one of my favorite
Zach
places.
asks us when are we going?
Tomorrow. Let's go.
Let's go.
We ride at dawn.
Let's blow off work. Sucks.
Boss is such an
I
asshole.
feel like so it's sad because every single time that I've been in there a bunch of times, and every single time I go, it's only ever been me.
Oh, sure.
And I don't know his name. We're gonna call him Cliff. He's always like, "Hey, nice to see you again." And I'm like, there's not many people that come here.
Picturing him like is the old man from
Yeah.
Crazy Nights.
He's got
He's the
Hey,
knight
how are
from
you?
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Like,
It is super cool just to see how
The Russians.
could be Chinese.
we didn't win the war because of battles, but because of the actual effort that was
Because
put
we just
into.
armed the war.
We just kept going. I mean, yes, we did help with kind of island
That's our
hopping when it
market,
comes to the
man.
Pacific. Yeah, the globalist agenda.
We're in the business of war. And business is gold.
Ooh, they have a lot of M1 carbines.
It's so cool. It is a
Can you pick 'em
super.
up?
I'm sure if I asked Cliff, he'd fit.
Like, yo, here's my business card.
You know what's
Fucking
just
Joe anything.
another really cool. I'll
Look,
pull.
they have a stick.
Anything.
They have a stick from World War II. World War One, dude, they have a stick.
You know what that stick is?
Cool. World War One cane
That's the stick.
made from a tree branch. Yes.
Made from it's wood.
Then there's a swagger stick made from a bunch of shells. That's pretty cool. Then there's some kinkware. It looks like that's just a belt.
That's a
Sorry.
Wait, this is the
Championship
wrong.
belt.
This is the wrong website.
Wait a minute.
Another cool museum to go to. Plug in my hometown, Caledonia, is Big Springs. The Big Springs Museum. That's just for local. Like if you love local history, Livingston County, Genesee County, Wyoming County, Orleans, and a little bit of Monroe County is. I think they're open like every Sunday morning. It's just a really cool.
I'd never heard of that one either.
Big Springs is another big one. You didn't go as a
Charles-
Boy Scout?
Charles brings up a great idea. He says firing pin field trip.
I'm down.
We should definitely like
Only if
Rent a
I
bus.
only if I get to be the tour guide.
yeah, of course.
Tour guide Bobby.
Of course.
I'm so down. That'd be so fun.
Bring your own beer.
Yeah.
The tour bus guy's like, no, absolutely
Bring
not.
your own M1 carbine. Show the class.
Well, I'll just walk in her.
That's the thing, right? Like you 100% when you're watching like Band of Brothers, Saving Private Ryan, like when you're watching a
Oh, I have to have like
movie,
a 1911.
you're
or so.
holding
Yeah,
the
you-
gun,
yeah.
you're holding your Durand, you're holding right.
Yep.
Like that's
Oh, it's
law.
like, is tonight the night? What are you
That's
doing?
the law. Yeah.
That was with Maria and I finished. We watched all of Peaky Blinders, and she was able to identify. She's like, "I know you have that. I know you have that." I'm like, and I'm like, "Why? Yes, I do."
First of all, lower your voice.
Second of all,
Virgin had a Nazi prisoner of war camp. The canning factory, like by the train tracks.
you know who else had a prisoner of war camp? Oakfield, the
No,
Jip,
Brockport did
the
too.
Jip.
Yeah.
All
That's-
on trade tracks.
You can still see all. Oh, there's a sign, but you can still see all of the barbed wire,
Yeah, I've seen it.
Jeremiah likes the
similar
Country
to
Museum.
Mumford.
Genesee
Yep,
Country
Genesee,
Museum is
that's. I mean,
great.
that's
got-
the
They've got a
best
pretty
one.
Nice, gun
I love it
collection,
there.
too.
Genesee Country Museum, and I'm
I vibe with that
super
guy.
proud of them for actually doing it. They had a full like
The
ducks
Pride history. Yeah.
no, so they
You were
have
proud of that.
in that art that every like month they'll rotate it out.
Yeah.
They had a Ducks Unlimited one
That's
that I thought was,
yeah.
but they had like one of the zero gauge putt guns that would
Yes.
that would go on
yeah,
like the huge
in
canoe.
The boat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
thing's
really cool.
Those
Nuts.
things scare me.
I think they
Yeah.
had ammo. They had ammo like in a crate, and I think that had like the label of like a local.
Yep.
Like Cooper
Yeah.
Sporting Goods
Yeah.
in
Super
Rochester,
cool.
New York. Or
Ace
I would
whatever.
love to know
Hardware.
more about Cooper Sporting Goods. I can never find anything on it.
Yeah.
You know why? Imagination.
Never
Never existed.
Yeah.
I'm still in a coma.
From the car accident,
right? Like, 2014.
Just now lowering in the piece of titanium.
Don't fuck with me. It's my nightmare.
Fun stuff.
Yeah.
So now what? Where do we go from here?
Questions?
Do we have any questions?
I think we had a question earlier.
Eventually, your kids just grow up. They don't have any questions for you anymore.
There is a day when you answer your last question.
It's true. It's true.
It's like there was a day when you hung out with your friends for the last time.
Ooh, let's not go down that road.
Do we have an FN 545 in FDE at the shop?
Very specific.
Yes.
No, we do not. I guess follow-up question. What brought you to that specific firearm?
You're on the spot. Respond.
Start typing out. Not that it's a bad option. It's just a very specific option.
Something tells me Cam had a role in this.
Actually, that was me. I brought that from my house, and Cam said, "Let's do it, Mr. CIA agent."
So, what I wanted to bring up with the Milsurp question, are we doing? What's your segment going to be called again? Was it Joe's Jewels?
So
Joe's Family Jewels.
Cam
What
wants
was
to do Cam's Crusty Collectibles, which I love, and I wanted to do Joe's Janky Gems.
There we go. Joe's Janky Gems. Jewels.
But together we will be
The
the Family Jewels.
the Untouchables. The Expendables.
The Untouchables.
No, we'll be CNRs.
They're
No, I'm just
making
kidding.
Train
No.
time with the
And we have talked about this a couple times online
Yeah.
or on air. That is something that I am very passionate about doing and having segments within segments or outside of segments. Like this is the main podcast, but we're gonna have other
Yeah, I mean,
potty waddies
Once
outside.
Sounds
we-
like a network.
once we
Yeah.
finished the studio in the garage, and that's where we were, I was thinking like we definitely need to make like the firing pin channel,
Mhm.
and then
We've got enough to at least 2 years worth of
Midnight to 4
Hysterical.
a.m. every day is just Zach on the Bridgeport. Just live, just making chips.
making
Just-
machine guns.
Like, and not even actually making anything. Just literally taking a piece of aluminum and just making it smaller.
his
Just for
arm.
love of it.
One, ridiculous.
Oh, Jason says we should do a 24-hour stream. And Rafa says that they love it.
I was gonna say, shout out to Rafa.
We love
So
you too.
cool.
If you don't know Rafa, you're just wrong. You can be wrong, and not knowing Rafa is.
That is something we should. Yeah.
We're not doing guests yet because we're here with the new studio. I want to have a lot of
No,
guests.
third sponsor. There should be a third sponsor.
There you go.
Bing bang
Make
bang.
it happen.
Love it.
Boom,
Rafa.
boom. For those of you who don't know, Rafa. I talked about the other. If you want to talk about
You
Rochester,
brought it up.
Rochester African Americans Firearms Association.
So if you've ever been to our shop, I'll steal it. Don't worry.
I-
You know that we're
Now you
very
wanna talk.
pro. Everybody has the right to self-defense, right? And it's always awkward to say, but like you go to a lot of other gun stores in the country or in the area, you don't look like us. You kind of get a little bit of like a weird, I don't know. I can see it. I can see how they like treat you different. We're very like everybody has the right to self-defense. We don't care who you are. And Paulie has known me since high school and has been coming here since we've opened. And he's founded this amazing organization, Rochester African American Firearms Association. And it's all about just teaching. We call it the gospel. That's what it is. The gospel of, John Moses Browning and the Second Amendment. And he
Josiah.
Sorry, lost my train of thought.
Rafa good.
Rafa good.
Rafa,
They're
very good.
friends. They
You'll see them at
Kodak
the
Center,
class when we go.
Yeah.
Not the Kodak class.
Yeah, I said
Okay.
center specifically. Yeah, they
We could drop it. We
Coach
should
up.
drop a link in the comments. They're the best. They really are incredible.
They're just really needs to
great,
have
like-minded, just individuals. That's
message that like
it's
black
'cause
guy, black girl with a gun is not bad.
it seems like every single day you flip on the news, Rochester is constantly under attack for something, and it's discouraging. But they are legitimately the light in that shadow that you constantly see of that evil that's always happening in Rochester, and cannot say anything like negative because there's nothing to say negative about that. What they're doing is absolutely incredible.
that was a
and-
fun stream when we had him.
Oh my god, it was fantastic. Because of
We
how
laughed, we cried, we laughed some more.
I bawled. It was
Blood went places it hasn't gone.
yeah, I wish
Yes.
I was like in. I mean, I was in the stream. I was behind talking because it doesn't go
In the
very
trailer?
it doesn't go very it doesn't go very well when there's very large strapping young men and you just got it like this squeezing into each other.
You got to do what?
You gotta squeeze. You gotta squeeze.
So John wanted to
I'm
answer
big boned.
your question about why that gun.
Yeah,
So he
please.
was waiting on a background check, and he played with a bunch of guns, and he really wanted an FN in peanut butter.
Mhm.
And he's got to spend some Christmas Arizonas on a gift for himself, and that's the one.
So coming from
That's
someone
the
who
one.
collected all of the FNs, that one is awesome. But if you can, the FNX is probably the best one that they make. That is a hammer fired one. That is probably, when it comes down to the definition of sex appeal,
That's the
that is it. The 545 is super cool if you want just a striker fired handgun, but everyone makes a striker fired handgun. If you want something that just says, holy crap, what is that? I got to shoot it. Like, this is your barbecue gun. This is what you show off. The FNX 45 is where it's at. But please, if you want the FN 545, we'd love to get it for you. I believe they are also another talk going back to people that are doing rebates. I don't know if they're still doing a rebate, but they definitely were for all the FNs. We'd love to get it for you. We just don't have it in stock right now.
I'm trying to creep in here, Jason. Jason wants us to do a 24-hour stream
I'd be down.
for men's mental health.
I don't know if that's so your mental health declines so others can.
It should be during the lock-in too.
What?
Yeah, that's like one of your new like Gen Alpha terms. That no,
You guys never did a
Yeah, we
lock-in
did
growing up?
lock-ins.
I did a lock-in growing up.
What? Like at a school with with children, or like, or we're just locked in?
No, it's like a 24-hour rave, right? You just go and just have a
Okay,
blast.
now that's okay. Like
I've
Like
done
a
some
Blade
lock-ins.
style rave, like with vampires.
Yeah, and the thing goes off to just blood.
Because I gotta bring extra clothes if I'm gonna get
All right.
money.
But honestly, though,
sweaty.
hands down,
You just get drenched.
for the beginning of a movie, that was probably the like most crazy. Oh my god!
Holy shit!
Like, wow,
I want to go there. First of all, just a banger song.
but it was incredible.
unnecessary, like, unnecessarily good. Like this is how I want.
You know who
to
else said that was an amazing beginning? Was Joe Rogan. Joe
Really?
Rogan on his podcast. He's like, you guys want to know the greatest beginning to him? Yeah, was Joe. I think he just said that
Can you
like
pull that up?
2 episodes ago.
So, not to put another Joe on the spot, but any new 2A news lately?
Man, right. So
They're taking it.
actually, no. So this is what's really cool. I don't know how it's gonna benefit us, but I feel like it will. FPC has just taken, and they have not thrown it out yet. 2 more court cases. One about body armor. They didn't like the first one. They threw out and said, "No, kind of go fuck yourself." But they just took it again for New York, so we will now be able to have our time in court. And FPC is now starting a post sue to New Jersey and their assault weapons ban, which New Jersey, whatever, it's like armpit of the world. But since they butt up against us, if this goes in the direction that we want it to go, it will then have precedence with New York because of how close it is to us. So that is super, super fascinating. Definitely keep an eye on that. If you are not a member, we looked it up. It is $35 for the least expensive one to be a member at FPC. That $35 is not just so you can be on there. It's also paying
to fight
for
your rights.
literally that everything. Like you are $35 for one whole year That's a tank of gas. Walk to work if you have to. Get the $35 in the FPC system, and you're ready to rock and roll. Right now, New Jersey for the assault weapons ban, and then the body armor ruling for New York, which they're actually going to hear this time. They're not going to push it off to the side, which is cool.
I just can't wait for the NFA to be just removed.
Yes, that would be awesome. Maybe not in our lifetime, but at least our children's.
It might be our
I can
lifetime.
I can feel it.
Dude,
As Phil
Brandon's
Collins would
vote
say.
made it in the office.
Okay.
He's gonna repeal the NFA.
So I wanted to look up. I mean, we know FPC. Like
No
when
big deal.
you send them your $35, like probably 34.9 of it is going directly towards fighting
Mhm.
bullshit. Like it doesn't go to Wayne LaPierre.
Ties.
Yeah,
Yeah.
getting suits and
Like I
ties
said,
and-
this
yeah.
money is being used
Yeah.
actively, and they are all over the
When,
place.
when we had them come out to Freedom Weekend, like one of the things they said is like, yeah, the issue is like we don't use our money to like fly out. So we're like, oh, we'll fly you out.
Yeah.
Like, or-
Like well worth it.
Yeah.
To have like it sends a signal to people in New York that you care about them.
Mhm.
That like national level, like the basically this first and second in command of FPC were here.
Yeah.
Like,
like we're not a lost cause.
They are
Yeah.
a beacon of hope
yeah.
on otherwise a cloudy day.
Yeah.
Batman quoted Josiah November.
Dude, you're
John
wrong.
asked if they
21st.
made
Come on,
an
ringtone.
FNX that was that was New York compliant.
Yes,
They do.
Yes,
He said
they
he
do.
found it. Yeah,
They're-
make
yep,
a
they do.
non-threaded barrel one.
Again,
Which either way, we could make it legal.
definitely,
Yeah.
it is. If you really want the striker, I'm not telling you what you're getting is the wrong thing.
But you're wrong.
Just coming from someone who had both, I really, really, really liked the FNX one. It is a showstopper. You have it in your hand and you show it off to friends. It is something to be trifled with. And they both take the same mag. So even if you wanted to get a striker fired one, they're interchangeable, which is really cool too.
To go back to gunfighting organizations, I do like the NRA because they provide like a really good like shield for everybody else because
Well-
everybody's too busy fighting them.
He doesn't mean it. Don't let them.
It's
come on.
dude, the dude left Kimber and told everybody already.
No.
It's already public information.
But Troy, think
But-
think of the horse.
So are we putting bets on Brandon Herrera for ATF?
No
director?
way.
Yeah, I'm not very confident in that.
Has Trump even said his name?
So there was an interview. I watched the interview, and yes, he's talking to a bunch of people. I like Brandon a lot, but he's a he's a gun tuber. And yes, he has just as much knowledge
Such
as
a big
everyone.
brother. I
Yeah.
love it.
Can you tell who's the?
Well, he's probably going to get deported, right? 'Cause I just
Did
Like, you
you
can't-
hold on? Question: did you ask me that for me to get really intense about it, just for that joke to be like laid up, just to
it was
spike
the
it in my face?
long con.
I don't know.
You voted for
I think there are maybe some better candidates. If he is indeed the one candidate to do it,
Mhm.
then great. I'll welcome with open arms. I think that's fantastic, and I'm really excited about it.
At least I know things won't be worse. Like, what's he gonna do? Like, oh,
I don't
ban
know, man. We
handguns.
thought Crenshaw was pretty cool.
You bring a veteran with an eye patch. You're pretty fucking hard off the bat. I think you're gonna be
Yeah.
good. But
You were
have you seen him?
I
The man's a looker.
either way, looking at all of the people that are being appointed now, it's impressive.
It's gonna be
I-
fun.
I'm
It'll be
not like cheering and stuff like that, but it is fascinating and exciting. One, like I'm not apprehensive and nervous as I was before.
You're optimistic.
I am.
I
I'm
was telling you, he
very,
was very optimistic.
I'm very
earlier.
optimistic. I'm excited to see new faces, whether they be old and weathered, but
oh, they'll be
but-
old.
they're
Old to be
they're
faces.
seasoned, and they like legitimately know and care about what they're talking about. They're not just, they don't fit the bill to fit the bill. They
Yeah.
genuinely give a crap about what's going on. and I'm really excited about how passionate they are. Not just because of, like, people are gonna govern the way they want to govern, but they like legitimately give a crap about what they want to do. So
We
I
just
don't
got to get rid of Kathy.
I'm just excited for the people that sell like flags and stuff. The banners outside of people's houses.
Go on.
There's a lot of banners out that a lot of people. There's a guy on Route 19 that has like 15 flags outside of his
Yeah.
house.
The one that says like "fuck Joe Biden."
There's
and
one with like
stuff.
a dog taking a poop.
Yeah.
on Biden. Yeah. I worry about those people sometimes.
I get super excited about things, and then
I
then
just
there's
so
the one
hard
in
to focus
have you seen the guy? He owns like the flag store in Mendon. Have you ever gone there? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, Jason.
It's a store too.
With like all of
Everything. So the
All
guy
of the
that has the bus that has the
all of them.
you know the Trump bus, like
The
all
National
those.
socialists.
Okay, you know,
Okay.
those crazy, not crazy, but like the flags that you see, you're like, oh, that's eye catching.
Yeah, you wear that.
It's like red with like a white circle. You squiggly.
or a giant X.
It's a propeller, guys.
It's a propeller. It's a helicopter.
No, but in Mendon, there's like a legitimate. I don't. What is it? It's.
always just thought it was a guy that really liked another guy.
I really.
Now, there's a big, it's a big pink sign that says women for, you know,
Women
Orange
for
man?
what? Finish it, Jason.
women for the future president.
His name is not a bad word. Say his name.
I only know this place exists because my brother got married in the church next door, and I'm out front.
Oh.
Like we're out front, and he's like,
Oh.
they're like, you know, that beautiful photo. They all come out like, oh yeah, we're like, you know, throwing the bubbles and stuff, and like the corner
Oh, it's
that
just
she
flags.
didn't edit it out, and it's just like all right there. I'm like,
Hell yeah, brother.
My dad's doing this.
Just the one like Biden like licking ice cream or
Yep,
whatever, right?
Dude, so
I will
fucking
be
great.
brutally like it's crazy how I saw the newspaper, the New York Post had like when Biden and Trump met each other at the White House. Like they looked
They
pissed.
did have
both looked
two
so
different-
sad. And I
like-
just like, what does Fox say about this? So I pulled up Fox and it was just like both of them just smiling ear to ear. Like fuck the
like
media.
yeah, like yes,
I
that
hate it.
obviously the photo wasn't doctored. Like they definitely got two separate
Yeah,
photos.
but they definitely
but they chose to
The
use
message is
two,
clear.
yeah,
Like-
two separate. I do remember seeing that.
I believe I can fly. I have that song stuck in your head because I feel like every time I come to the workshop, your mom's phone rings, and
Jesus, dude.
that's her ringtone.
Barry Miller made these, okay? Show some respect.
All right,
Sorry.
That is my mom's ringtone, and it's
it went off. I
always goes
honestly
off.
shocked me because I'm like, what is that?
Believe I can fly. That's why we put the balcony up there.
You know what our
See if you
version?
can do it.
What year did that song come out?
Yes.
Free range time.
I'm gonna look that
You
up
have a
quick.
computer right in front of
At
you.
least before yesterday.
Released before yesterday, Jason says.
He's gotcha. We'll make you wait. We'll wait while Tyler.
Because like, hold
It
on.
was before 9/11. I don't know if that's the joke. You're making.
1996
Okay.
by R. Kelly.
Ooh,
I did not know R.
That-
Kelly sang
that
that.
did not age very
That
well.
did not age well at all. Oh.
That's how you can pee on a lot of people. That's a great stream, Ty.
I think a better version of that song is "One Last Breath" by Creed.
Mm. Hold me now.
Hold me now. It's the same song, but like, I don't know. I just like the Creed version better.
All right.
And he's not controversial like R. Kelly. Peeing on young girls and
Yeah.
such.
They're all into something.
They are all into something. If I know anything about Hollywood, they're all into something. What are you into?
Let's get a couch and I can lay down.
Go on.
And then you take the peanut butter. You just.
He has a big curve this year.
What was that one meme of the kid? He's He's like, you got peanut in the peanut butter. Kid's like on the island, is just completely covered in peanut butter, just like slapping himself.
I tried to get Brandon's daughters in on the ad reads today, and they want nothing to do with it.
He like called them back here, and we're like out there working. It's like whatever. And they go back there, and they're like, I don't know, 20 minutes goes by. They come back here, and he just comes running over. He's like, Dad, he's trying to get us to say stuff. Like, you're making it sound worse than it is.
I'm trying to get you to say one line for an ad for
Trying to
Kodak.
make us say
The
stuff.
Kodak community, the Kodak Center class. The class we're holding at the Kodak
Class
Center.
At the Kodak Center, yes.
I'm not trying to fuck it up, I promise.
And leave all that out.
Like, I gotta delete the whole
God
stream.
damn it. They're very particular about that.
I get it. It's the community class at the Kodak Center does not roll off the tongue as quick as another
Yeah.
word I would say about it.
Don't say, just say the class that we're having at Kodak Center.
But what is it? What is the class?
It's the class.
It's about how to make film. No.
No, Stays you.
We're going to make digital cameras, and then we'll show them.
Yeah, I'm going to Nikon. We're not. We're kidding.
Oh, my God.
Holy shit.
All right. Well,
It's been a really productive stream.
this has been great. Yeah.
Yep. Glad we did this.
Really glad. Gary asks, are we rebuilding? He's been out of the loop, so cut him some slack. Yes.
Yes.
We are rebuilding. We are in part of the addition that we added. This is going to be right now our back room space, but it was built next to our original shooting range that survived, and this could eventually become another shooting range. That's a little down the road. We have to build another back room, like warehouse storage space first, but it's possible with your help. It's possible. And yes, we are rebuilding. We're going from probably like 2,500 to 3,000 square feet of store to over 6,000 square feet of store. And we're going to have like a 40-person classroom. We're going to have a members lounge. We're going to have a bunch of stuff. It's going to be really cool. Check us out. All right.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah.
I can't wait. I can't
Dude,
wait.
I
to
felt
get
so
out.
bad for that trucker today that pulled in. Did you see that truck?
No.
Mm-mm.
This trucker pulls in, pulls all the way in,
Ha, pavilion gift?
pulls all the way to the back.
Oh boy.
And like is almost like rounding the corner, like where I'm parked. And like I see him back there. I'm not expecting anything. Like the only thing I was expecting were the doors. They came yesterday. And I go up and he was like, I'm here for load. And I was like,
First of all,
I can get that for you, but not for me. Then we get Tyler, and he'll come right out. And he goes, "Is this?" And he shows me on his phone, and it was Pavilion Gift Company.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh." And I was like, "Yeah, it's like you gotta go next door." And he was like, he was so sad. I felt so bad for him. Because I put my coat on, I went out and like stopped traffic in the road for him, and so he had to back out. Like our entire, it's a good 100 yards. He had to back
it's a
out
couple.
the entire way, right? And it was busy, a bunch of cars he had to watch out for. And then he gets, our driveway is kind of narrow for the semis, especially like when they have to back out like that. And so, like he was backing out, and he gets to where he has to go. He jackknifes it, and like I've seen them go to like 90 degrees or a little past. He went to like 130 degrees.
Oh.
And like swooped it over. And then, I mean, he was out there. It took him forever. He was super slow about it. But yeah, I felt bad for him. It sucked. Poor
He
guy.
took the class.
Should have been better.
Yeah,
C-
he's got that CDL.
Yeah.
You're
Shane asks, any more news on the class at the Kodak Center? Shane, we got our PP slapped because we called it what you said.
Yeah, that. Just take those last two words and don't ever say that again, please. January 18th and 19th, 150.
Yeah,
Both
149.
days. Link in the comments. We already posted it.
Okay,
Store.nytfp. I wonder what the last thing. I'm gonna hit Control V and see what shows up.
Oh boy,
That's always a.
that'll be.
I always love those. Like, you post a fifth picture in your camera roll. Don't think I'm gonna do
Well,
that. Well,
get arrested.
yeah. Well, no, I'm not gonna get arrested because What do you have on your phone that's going to get you arrested?
No, we're talking about you in this hypothetical scenario.
No, you were very adamant on
No.
share with the not the Kodak, but share with the class.
It's called manga and it's art. All right. In many cultures, it's very acceptable. Okay. You know, there was some kind of limit on number of tentacles. That was acceptable.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest.
Shane's
I
out.
get
Shane's like, fuck that.
yeah,
class.
right. Fuck
These
that
guys.
shit. I get the
Weirdos.
tentacles. All right. Just trying to see your face.
Holy shit!
I get it. Like, I checked it out, and I'm like, all right.
How far we fall.
I see it. Like, I get it now.
Oh, all right. Well, that's how we're gonna end it? Can't think of anything else. Please take our class at the Kodak Center. We need you. You need us. But
Yeah.
we need you more. It's a mutual. We're codependent.
And thank you to my friend Jeremy at Next Level Barber for being the beer sponsor this
What?
week. Yeah, I was trying to allude to that earlier, but I
Oh,
got in the whole like pocket thing earlier, and it was weird.
get him to squeeze Joe in. Look at him. Look at him.
Next Level Barbershop in
I'm
Rockport.
homeless.
They do great work.
Dude, I got the peacock going.
You see his cloaca, dude?
And that's what it is, guys.
You know how you'll be out in public somewhere, and then someone random will be like, "Oh, hey, like, for the firing pin,
Yeah.
like, hey, I got a question for you. Like, I've been looking for a cig, like, the item number is 209-643. What would be your price on that? And like, you're at fucking Wegmans with like a rotisserie chicken,
Right?
like going down.
fucking
Like,
know.
dude, what? Like, let's go find Jeremy, and just like, hey, cut my hair. Can you cut my? Can you cut my hair?
I brought
my
scissors.
I brought my own.
You probably do that for
Cut my hair.
Yeah, let's go. Hey, you know where I can get any high nitrogen fertilizer?
Yes.
Yes. I have a friend named Will. You'd love to meet him.
Forgot one of our sponsors. I forgot about this deal. We already have a sponsor for the class at the Kodak Center for childcare. So if you have a kid, we have someone who's going to watch your kid the whole
Okay.
day. Her name's Anna.
She licensed.
The state would love to know your
You'll sign
location.
a waiver.
The state wants
Yeah.
to know your location.
So like you'll be in the same room as your kid. So I don't think there's any rules on that. We're just going to be like
I have a
hovering
question.
over your kid
So that-
with
Is that how that works?
a newspaper.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna be a anger translator for the parent. I got you.
Just rolled up newspaper and a little spritzer bottle of acid.
Like
That-
hydrochloric
Nah,
or
yeah.
lysergic?
Oh, yes. Timmy's gonna learn some stuff.
Timmy's gonna
See some
Ever
things.
heard of Stoned Ape Theory?
Will there be childcare at the class? It's called It Takes a Village. You just leave your let the community do its thing. They will see the child needing care and care for
What
it.
do you think target practice is?
They,
Oh my god.
say the kid would just get like an honorary little certificate, like in the tone of play school.
I would just take your kid to altitude and they'll just kind of disappear in the weeds.
I
at the
just-
trampoline park.
I just put my kid in an Uber, just send it.
Yeah.
3 hours later, come back.
It's not a subway. It's not
Hamlin,
gonna-
Hamlin Beach. Hamlin Beach, just drop the kid off.
It's an 18
They're
hour
not gonna go
class.
swimming. It's January. Where
So
are they gonna
just
go?
get your kid an Uber, send it to New York
Why did
City.
you pick Hamlin when we're at Kodak? You could have got to some.
That's the only one I go to.
Kodak, June, January 18th and 19th. Not June. Definitely don't show up June. January.
There's just 40 kids in that little museum in the lobby, running around.
Security.
Anna's just chasing them. You said to ask a question.
We will teach your kid the propaganda of John Moses Browning. And probably.
Yeah, I mean, if your kid can sit there and behave, have your kid there.
But we will bounce your kid if they're annoying.
Well, yeah,
Get the fuck out.
right down the garbage.
This
chute.
one, what's in the flashlight? This one yours.
Get the fuck out.
Jason's just up on the catwalk with a paintball gun.
Just smoking a
Just
cigarette.
a burner.
Just in a bathroom.
Yeah, dude.
Jesus Christ. Dude, stop!
Fuck this chair.
Stop, dude.
This chair sucks.
Lost your height privileges.
Just break my knees.
Okay, this would be a great experiment. They won't let us film in there, but will they let us do some science in there? Like, if I'm sitting here and I get shot with a Byrna, how many seats away? Like, do you?
I'm gonna be
smell-
honest with you. I can't even say Kodak class. Like, I don't think they're gonna let you do that. I can't even call it a Kodak class because it's not. It's not a Kodak class. It is a firing pin class held at the Kodak Center.
Yes. Yes.
I think what you should do instead of using pepper, this is a good question, because in order to train, Burnham made the powder non-capsaicin, so they have training ones.
Yeah.
They basically just filled it with like baby powder,
Yeah.
so it still has the effect, so you can see how it
Okay,
floats.
so it's a visual.
Yeah.
Oh.
Very cool. Very cool.
So that
Is it
answers
UV dyed?
It is still UV dyed.
That's
so
sick.
you can do.
Watch
you
it
can like
in UV
actually like,
lights.
see it. Yeah.
I kind of.
I think they call that just the inert round.
I think we should do a demonstration like when you did your college presentation, where like, okay, a lot of people will like, we should have like, it's like a normal presentation. Pat's up there lecturing, Polly's up there doing a spiel, and they talk about other self-defense options. And then you just come out in one of those, like the foam suit where like you attack someone in, and he's just like pepper sprays you. Yeah, we like let a dog on you or whatever. Like people are just like, what the fuck is this? Like,
It's a stop the bleed. It has nothing to do with.
just actually shoot a goat. Fix it.
Lori, we'll put tarps down. It'll be fine. I talked to Bob about it. He's cool. We'll put 2 tarps down.
Double my salary. I'll get pepper sprayed for the Kodak class. Double what I'm getting paid for it.
The class at the Kodak Center.
Shit, I'm so bad at
I'm gonna
this.
pepper spray you twice now.
Them boys ain't right.
Them boys ain't right.
When my lungs are fully healed, I'm definitely itching to make more content with Burnhams.
What's the latest thing?
What do you mean?
What do you want about now?
I
This
I want to test I want to know what the
Hey,
burn
buddy.
of and pepper feels like.
What is it?
Probably Frank's.
Like- Tony's Creole.
That's the whitest thing you can say.
Tony Cacciatore's.
Rafa no longer wants to be a part of this.
Polly's on the chat.
like, fuck these guys.
We have some of the Burnham Max. I'd like to try both of
That's
them.
the CS.
Yeah, that's the actual like.
Like I said, let me heal up still a little bit more, and I'd love to try them both.
How many more lobes you gotta heal?
Dude, I have no idea. Shit, that reminds me, I have to schedule an X-ray or some shit. I don't know. Will you?
Like a gumball, he's pop it.
Just eat it.
Would you get pepper spray, Jason? For the right price? I've done it twice for free.
You name the first number.
$5?
Okay.
All right.
Well.
I'd do a lot less for.
Jason,
a
here's my
lot more.
keys. Go get one.
So we're gonna go live. We're gonna stay live. Stay live. No, I take those out.
Wow.
Cheap.
Not only
cheap
is it
labor.
like it's gonna hurt.
I remember being a
Getting-
college student.
It gets hurt
Right.
getting hit by the ball.
That's.
that-
I don't want to get hit. With it.
You're like
Ow.
oh wait no yeah no I can't breathe.
Tyler wants to catch the devil's dust. That could be.
Could you imagine though? Like fill that shit with
Don't let Dave hear you say
or
that.
something.
Just literally like, yeah. That'd be fun. Just blasting it like a rave.
Oh.
Fentanyl 68 caliber projectiles.
Still waiting for Tyler to take a less than lethal shotgun load. Ugh. Fuck you.
That
I've
might
contemplated
actually
it.
like not be like that could not
Like
be.
Because you could break a rib
Well,
doing that.
all right. Tell you what, if that's the case, then just watch Jackass 3 because Knoxville.
You're not gonna get better than
Yeah,
that.
they got blasted
Is
by
the one with the Claymore.
Yeah.
No, well that and they did the less lethal shotgun rounds, or was that Wild Boys? They did it in either Jackass or Wild Boys.
I know Jackass did the home defense Claymore.
We should stand at 100 yards and walk in at 10-yard increments wearing leather jackets and just use bird shot.
Birdshot?
Yeah.
Jason, you psychopath.
Keep that on Tumblr.
Yeah. Keep that on Tumblr. He's the boy's 19. He doesn't know what Tumblr is. The boy's never even heard of a Vine. Do you have TikTok on your phone? He's
Too long of
19.
an answer.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
yes.
Which one?
Oh, Jason, you're such a baby. I love it. Don't ever grow up, kid. You're gonna miss this age.
Stay gold, pony boy.
Yep.
All right. Well,
To quote Brandon, go try.